We stayed at a campground next to a cemetery and adjacent to the state's largest maximum security prison. Would you have stayed here? Welcome to Fort Kaskaskia State Historic Site.
Well, the camera's a big liar because it made it look like you could very easily see the road, and you couldn't, like at all. You couldn't see the road, and now the rain stopped again. We're going through these patches of like really heavy rain where you can't see anything.
Emily and I are staying at a campground just on the other side of the Mississippi River from Missouri. We were close enough that we've got the Land of Lincoln sign, but we also have the Chester Welcome Center. And if you can see this statue in front of me, it's the statue of a very famous sailor. It's Popeye. There's Emily and Olive. We brought Olive to meet Popeye.
Well, we thought there was olive oil here, but it's just Popeye.
So our campground's right on the river, and so is this, the mighty Mississippi.
Isn't this the road we just came down?
Yeah.
Here?
Yep.
So the penitentiary is right there?
Yes, the penitentiary. Just on the other side of this bridge is the state's second largest penitentiary, currently housing 1,900 inmates.
We were commenting about how quiet the state park is, and then we came to the Popeye Park. And we started seeing signs saying correctional land only, or correctional facility only, or something like that. And we found out that we were 3 miles away from the state's largest penitentiary. It houses maximum security to medium security prisoners. It averages about 3,700 prisoners and currently has an occupancy of 1,600 prisoners.
1,900.
Oh, 19?
It was 1,900 at the end of June.
Yeah. So it was built in the early 1800s.
You know what? We gotta get video of it because I think it looks really cool. It looks like Shawshank.
It was built in the late 1800s, so it is a neat prison. It's just also a little daunting that we're 3 miles away from a high security prison.
So there's a lot of Lewis and Clark stuff here. But interestingly enough, or interesting to me anyway, is we're staying at Fort Kaskaskia, and one of the interesting things about Fort Kaskaskia is that it was under British control for 35 years, I think. It was just, that was interesting to me. 35 years. To think about like something being controlled by a foreign power for 30 years, 30 or more years is crazy.
Yeah.
Ahoy! Welcome to Chester. That's not what Popeye sounds like. And then we've got the Popeye character trail. We've got Olive Oil and Wimpy and Sweet Pea. I don't remember Eugene. This one's Bluto. Sea Hag? I don't know that one. Bernard? I don't know Bernard. I don't know Bernice. And Castor Oil. And we were close enough, like less than a mile away, to the Randolph County Courthouse, which is not really why we're here. We're here to see Olive Oil and Sweet Pea and whatever their dog's name is. There's an olive here, and there's an olive here. All right, one more statue since we're right here. I think this one is Castor Oil. Across the street from Olive Oil. 2 olives, 1 place.
Okay, some fun facts, if you will, about Menard Correctional Center. It opened in March of 1878. It currently houses, as of June 30th, 2024, 15,025 prisoners. It is Illinois' largest correctional facility, and the average cost per individual is approximately $44,000. And its location is about 3 miles from Kaskaskia.
Fort Kaskaskia.
Fort Kaskaskia Historical Site State Park Campground.
We are at the Fort Kaskaskia campground, and you can see just how empty it is. We're getting pretty lucky with some of these sites, like Lake Eufaula and here, where there's like just very little. The only thing I'd tell you about sites is if you have a Starlink or you're reliant on Starlink, 35 and 36 are probably your best bets.
Yeah.
Up at the front of the campground are some vault toilets, and then 2 ADA sites. So site 22 and 24 are the ADA sites. And all of the sites have a picnic table and a fire ring. The 2 ADA sites also appear to have a grill and a trash can. And there's a couple of water spigots throughout. They're not at every site. They're not prolific, but they are throughout. So up at the front of the campground, all the way at the front is a trash can, as well as some additional camp tent sites. Throughout the park are some like day use picnic areas. And I'll show you over here. That's like a day use area, and in the middle there's like a gazebo. That's like a giant park. The largest of the day use areas also has like a playground attached to it.
There's even a merry-go-round.
There is a merry-go-round. So this is right next to the largest day use area. It's a swing set and a little playground.
If you are interested in staying at Fort Kaskaskia Campground, the water and electric sites are $18 per night. The tent sites, non-electric sites, are $8 per night. And renting the pavilions is $50 per day. The walk-in sites, or first come, first serve sites, are site number 25 through 29.
So this is the largest day use area, picnic area. And yesterday when we came in, it was heavily used. There was a big party going on here. But pretty cool, when you walk through, you get this beautiful view of the Mississippi River.
And what's that across?
It's Missouri.
Based on all that I've read about Lewis and Clark, is they came here and they spent the night here and then they took off.
Oh, that's it?
That's all
They were here for one night.
It's kind of all that I've read. I'll read again, make sure I'm not.
So Fort Kaskaskia, I was talking about this when we were at the Chester Visitor Center. And here it is. The village was formed in 1703, and in 1765, it was captured by the British, which remained under British control until 1778. So 13 years. I said 30-something years earlier. It's really 13 years, but still 13 years. All right, what did you hear about Lois and Clark?
They got here November 28th, 1803, with 24 men. They recruited 12 more, including someone that they could take their pirogue and go up the Mississippi River. It's like everything I've read, they talk about like they were here on a single day. Like they were here, spent the night, and then like left.
Well, they were explorers.
They were explorers.
They needed
but they
to
did
explore
here.
They needed to explore.
It's really pretty views. The sun makes it really nice right now. This cemetery houses early settlers of the state of Illinois. They were moved here from 3 cemeteries in Kaskaskia Village. According to the account, over 3,800 boxes were moved, some of them including entire families. It does say that you can walk around the cemetery and view the early settlers and their grave sites. Oh, this is it.
Yeah. No, I don't think you can walk through. It says there's programs available.
I guess we could have done a little bit better research.
What do you mean?
The days to really come and do things is Wednesday through Saturday, but we are able to see a few different houses, and we're walking down the Main Street, Market Street, downtown area.
Well, we also got to look at, they had the diorama of the city as it stood in 1832.
Yeah, so the Welcome Center is very informative. And
the oldest permanent settlement in Missouri.
yeah, I thought it said the oldest permanent settlement, period, on the sign coming in. Oh, I misread the sign. It's St. Genevieve, the oldest permanent settlement in Missouri. I guess I have to believe them. This was the first brick building west of the Mississippi. I don't think they would lie. Nick and I were just commenting. It's very interesting that so many of the buildings are still standing from whenever they built them. It's a really cool little downtown area. It's kind of a shame that everything seems to be closed on Monday and Tuesdays and things don't open until about 11 o'clock. That's okay. And that's the Green Tree Tavern. Staying a night in Fort Kaskaskia earned us the Illinois.
We stayed 2 nights.
We've enjoyed our stay at Fort Kaskaskia. Let us know what you think about the campground and the sites. We didn't get to see everything that we planned, but made the most of our 2 days here. Now we're heading down to Tennessee, over to Alabama, and then Florida for some work done on the Airstream. Thanks for watching.